Hi, hello, how are we? Welcome back to my channel. It's Anna. So for this week's video, we're gonna bring back an old favorite. I first filmed this video last summer, and everyone really liked it. So we're gonna do it again. It's a new year, okay? We've had new things come into the trending sphere, crochet knit-wise, right? So I want to toot or boot them. If you guys aren't familiar with what tooting and booting is, it is something from RuPaul's Drag Race. You either toot an outfit, which means you like it, or you boot an outfit, which means you don't like it. So I'm gonna do that, but with crochet and knit items, clothing, trends, all that good stuff. I have a very good list sitting in front of me. I had you guys submit on Instagram, on my story, what you guys wanted me to toot and boot, and so I wrote them down in my trusty journal because I'm trying to work on my phone less, so I'm writing things down in a journal. So crazy. And we're gonna go through and toot and boot them together. I said this last year, I'm gonna say it again, just so we're all on the same page. I'm gonna be putting pictures up of what I'm talking about as I'm tooting or booting, and no way ever am I actually talking about the person in the photo or the person who made it or the design or anything, okay? I'm not talking about the designer of any of the things I'm about to show you. I just want to get that so clear. I genuinely from the bottom of my heart believe that everything everyone makes is beautiful, okay? I'm a big fan of crochet and knit in general. Some things are just not my style, and some things I just would never make for XYZ reasons. And that's gonna be the point of the video, not actually if I think it's ugly or cute, okay? I just went on Pinterest and found examples of everything so you guys would know what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it. But I just want to be clear, this is all for fun. Absolutely in no way is this targeted towards anyone, anything, any design ever. And this is just a silly little fun time that we're gonna have together. Let me know down below after you finish what your opinions are. Toot and boot along with me. I hope you all have your projects, and let's hang out and go through this list because it's very good. So a lot of people said very similar things, which is great. There are definite trends this year, and I tried my best to pick things that were different from last year because there's some things that are still in style. I know last year I talked about shrugs, people are still making those, that's still in style, etc. So I tried to choose things that we didn't talk about already. And it actually wasn't that hard. I thought it was gonna be more challenging than it was. But let's jump right in. The first thing we're gonna talk about is knit or crocheted bows, mohair bows, hair bows, etc. Personally, tooting it. I'm gonna explain why. I think this is a super simple, easy, basic, could not get more beginner project, right? And it's just cute. I think the look of mohair is really pretty. Even if you weren't to use mohair, I think it's cute. It's a super simple accessory, and like I said, you cannot get more basic than like a row of double crochets or like an I-cord. Well, maybe an I-cord is a little complicated. I don't even know how to do an I-cord, but that's besides the point. It's just very simple, very quick gratification from a project, you know what I mean? And I just think it's cute. I don't mind that it's so basic and simple. I think it's adorable. I like them a lot, and I actually want to make myself some mohair bows because I think it would just be like a cute little addition, you know? Little like half up, half down little bow moments, super cute. Okay, next up is market bags. I'm also gonna toot these because I've been wanting to make them. I know that these are not like a new trend. We've been making market bags for a while. This is the classic crochet make, you know what I mean? But it's just reliable, and there are a bunch of different styles. You can do it more tote bag style, you could do more fruit bag style. There are a bunch of different ways you can do it, and it's just super cute. And from my understanding, like I said, I've never made one, but from my understanding, they're pretty quick to make, pretty quickly built up. So another great project when you're just looking to do something kind of mindless. It's kind of what I'm imagining. I just know I've seen comments and gotten DMs, and people have told me that they're like quick and fun to make, which is why I'm saying that. But definitely want to make some. I'm going to toot them because I think they're cute. I think I want to make one like tote bag style. So maybe I'll do that this summer while I still have a bunch of cotton yarn laying around. Okay, next up we have raw hems. I'll toss up some pictures here in case you don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know how I feel. So let's work through it together and maybe we'll come to a conclusion at the end. I think in some ways it is super cute. I think it is like casual almost, like more relaxed, laid back. I don't want to say it looks unfinished in like an insult kind of way, because it's not what I'm going for, but it looks unfinished in like the very intentional kind of way. I think it's a very specific look, which is cool and fits people's style very well. But on the other hand, I also love ribbing, and I like the structure of ribbing because then things don't curl around themselves that much. That's what annoys me, I think, when it's not flat and it gets curled and weird, because for me, I want all of my clothes to fit flat and nice and perfect, and if there's a raw hem, there's a chance of it curling up more, you know what I mean? So if I'm going to do toot or boot in terms of what I make it, I think I am going to say toot, just because I think overall that they're cute. I do like the look of the raw hem as long as it's not curling, and I also believe that there isn't a need for ribbing every time you make something, crochet or knit, you know? Sometimes ribbing just doesn't fit the vibe. I don't know. The curling thing definitely annoys me, but I feel like if you block it, it should be okay. And maybe it's like worse in my head, you know, than it actually is like making something and wearing it. I'm gonna toot it though, because I do think it's cute, and I do think I have a couple patterns that I want to make that are raw hem, so I'm gonna toot it because I think I like it. I think we've worked through this. Okay. Next up, we have hexagon cardigans. Unfortunately, these are going to be a boot for me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I see everyone making these. And they're just not my style. I'm so sorry. And I will say, some of the stuff that I booted last year and last year's toot or boot, I end up liking a year later. You know, I'm a fan of now. So my opinions could change, but I just don't personally see myself making something like this anytime soon. I would rather make a cardigan or a sweater with a stitch other than granny stitch. I just prefer different looks of cardigans or sweaters. But I will say, I will always stop and watch a TikTok of someone making a hexagon cardigan, because I like watching it happen and I like watching it come together. And people always look really comfy and cozy in them. As of right now, I really don't have an interest in making one personally, so I'm gonna boot it, just because otherwise I would think I'd be tooting everything just because I think everything's cute, like I said. But I don't know, maybe my mind could change, because now I'm like thinking, I'm like, ooh, well, if I use like a like soft cozy fuzzy yarn, maybe like that's like the perfect like at home comfy sort of like almost like a robe sweater moment. I don't know. I think I'm just getting too in my head. I'm gonna keep it as a boot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, next up we have crochet book covers. I think these are so cute. I'm not gonna lie. I've, once again, never made one, but I've always wanted to. So I'm gonna toot it because I very much would like to make one. I just think they're super cute. I think so many people have come up with such cute designs, and I think it's a very practical way of keeping your paperbacks safe, because I too just toss them in a tote bag and hope for the best. And a lot of the time things get between the pages or they get bent and it's super annoying. So I think that they're super practical and they're super cute, and I would like to make one. So if you have any pattern recs, drop them in the comments, because really should get on that. Okay, next up we have bulky yarn purses. Once again, it's just an immediate boot for me. I'm sorry. I just think that they're too bulky, like point blank. I just think I would get annoyed with how big it is, and not big in terms of like spacious, but big in terms of like it's physically like large because the yarn is large. It's just thick because of that. It's thick because of the material, and I don't think I would enjoy making it. I don't. I think a lot of the people who make them pull them off, and like sometimes I see people make them and then put it together with their outfit and I'm like almost sold. But look, if I take a step back and I'm like, Anna, like let's be like super practical here, babe. I just don't see myself ever making it. I think my hands would hurt so bad from the yarn. I really do. And I just don't think I would use the bag enough to like make the whole thing worth it for me. You know what I mean? Like I said, whenever I see people make them, I'll stop and I'll watch and I'll think it's cute, but it's just not for me. I just don't have a use for it. Okay, next up we have headphone decorations. I'm specifically thinking the cute little sprout that everyone on TikTok has been making for the top of their headphones, and I'm gonna toot it because I think it's cute. Once again, very similar to the crochet or knit bows. I just think a tiny little quick gratification project isn't a bad thing, and I think it's just adorable. I don't know if I would make this for myself, but I kind of want to. I have beats and they're just kind of boring, and I'm like, ooh, how cute would it be if I had like a little sprout going on in my head? So I just think that they're kind of cute. I think the people who make the coverings for the sides of their, what are they, like, are they AirPod Maxes? The Apple ones. I really don't remember the name. Those covers that people make, also super cute. Also love those. Don't have those, not rich, won't be making those. But I do think they're cute. I think the things that people make for the tops are really cute. The ears, the sprout, whatever people come up with, I think are adorable. And I'm gonna toot it just because I think it's cutesy. I think it's cute and I think it's fun, and it's a good, quick gratification project. Okay, next up we have mesh tops. And once again, very similar to the raw hems. We're gonna need to talk through this before I figure out if I like it or if I don't. Because here's the thing, I do like it. I do. Because I think it's perfect for layering. I think it's good for spring, summer, early fall, right? Super cute. But I don't like when it's too spacious. I don't like when it's too large of mesh. The holes are too big. I don't know. I have limits, you know what I mean? I'm a tight gauge girly. Always have been. Small knitting needles, small crochet hooks, tight gauge. It's just the look I prefer most of the time. But with that being said, I know that there is a time and a place for mesh, and I do think it's cute in the appropriate setting. But I also don't like mesh as a whole because I only like it to an extent. You know what I mean? Did any of that just make sense? So I don't know. I think I will half toot it, if that counts. Well, it does count. I'm literally making the rules, so I'm gonna say it counts. So we're gonna half toot it and half boot it because I like it to an extent. I like some versions where mesh is like a moderate mesh instead of like super large, very large gauge. So I think I'm gonna have to go with half and half, which is kind of a cop-out answer. I recognize that, but I can't like toot the whole thing. I can't say I like every mesh top. I would make every mesh top because it's just not true. I wouldn't. But I don't want to boot the whole thing because like I might want to make like a mesh tank top at some point. So we're just gonna have to do half and half, sorry. Okay, next up is tapestry crochet. I love tapestry crochet. I think that people who do it are gorgeous. Gorgeous. How do you guys do that? All the color changes? That is crazy. Anytime that I've tried to do any sort of color change, I get pissed off. And granted, I know I would need to practice more to get better at it. I recognize that. But with that being said, I don't want to. I just don't. I don't want to practice it and get better because I get so frustrated when I do it. I don't think that what I make looks bad. That's not my point. It takes too long and my yarn gets tangled and I get annoyed. But it's not all about me. It's about other people. And other people, they do amazing work. Their designs are spectacular and their work is amazing. I love it. I love following people who do tapestry crochet because it's always so good. But now I'm in a predicament. Do I toot it because I love it, or do I boot it because I wouldn't do it? Because I've been kind of going through doing this, like, toot if there's like a chance I would make it, and boot if it's like not my style or I just probably would never make this. But I think I have to toot it despite that because I don't think I would make a tapestry piece. I just don't think I would. But with that being said, it's just too, like, I just am too impressed by people who do it to say like boot. So I'm gonna toot it despite the fact that I probably will never do it. Okay, next up is crochet flowers. I think I'm gonna toot it. I think they're cute. I think it's sweet. I think the designs people come up with are spectacular and I really enjoy seeing like the bouquets of them. I've made them before. I didn't love making them. I'm not gonna lie. I made lavender, but they were a quick project. It was fun and it looked like lavender at the end. I was proud of it. It did come out super cute. So I'm gonna toot it because I have made it. I didn't despise making it. I just wouldn't make them again. And it came out really pretty. So I'll toot it. Okay, we have another predicament coming up right here. Freeform crochet. This is a tapestry crochet situation, okay? We are running into the same issue. I would never. I just don't have an interest. I look at it and it doesn't make sense in my head, and it's not for me. But oh my god, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I love seeing what people do. I just don't understand how they can just like wiggle it all around like that. That's crazy. Actually, I'm like, as I'm speaking, I'm starting to take it back a little bit. I think I would try it. I think I would at least try it at one point, because at least with tapestry crochet, I've tried it and I know I don't love it, but if I haven't tried it, maybe I would do it and love it. Maybe I'm gonna be like the new best freeform crocheter in the world ever. You know what I mean? So I feel like I can't like boot it and say I would never do it if like I look at it and I'm like, maybe I would like it. So I think I'll toot it. I feel like I'm tooting everything, but like, I just like a lot of stuff. Sorry. Okay, up next we have leg warmers. And I'm gonna have to boot them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're cute. A lot of people have come up with cute designs. Fully recognize that. I like seeing how people style them, because some people it fits in seamlessly to their outfits and their overall style. But for me, they just wouldn't. I just would have no use for them. Even though I think a lot of the designs are cute, I don't think I'd ever make them because I wouldn't get use out of them. I just don't foresee myself wearing something like that, at least where my style is currently. So I'm gonna have to boot it because it's just not for me, but they're cute. I will recognize it. I will. And last, but certainly not least, swimsuit cover-ups. I've seen a lot of people making swimsuit cover-ups on TikTok. Dresses or like sets or whatever. And I'm gonna have to talk you through my process really quick, okay? Because this is very similar to mesh. A lot of the time they're using a very similar stitch to what you would use for like a mesh top. You know, very similar. However, I'm gonna have to boot it overall. And I'm gonna explain why. I grew up going to Cape Cod. I'm a New England girly. We go to Cape Cod every summer. That's just who I am. And I am not the Cape Cod, also could be like North Carolina beaches kind of Cape Cod goer. I am a staying in an unair conditioned house with as many people can fit and going to the beach with our cooler and staying out all day type. Are you like picking up the vibe? Is this like making sense? So I'm not a cute little mesh swimsuit cover-up girl. I am a big t-shirt, optional shorts, maybe shoes type girl. Just to be super clear, I'm not dissing on anyone who does the beach differently than me. I don't want to come across as like, yeah, I do this and I'm better than you, because it's not what I'm getting at. So don't take it like that. I'm just kind of explaining my thought process. I just wanted that to be super clear. Anyone who goes to the beach is a hottie and it's fun. So that's all. I love you. Goodbye. So I just would never wear a cover-up like that. I think they're adorable. I think everyone I've seen wear one looks phenomenal, but I would literally never wear it. I would think I would look weird. I bet no one else would think so, but I would think I would look weird. I would just never make it and I wouldn't wear it. So I'm gonna have to boot it because it would just be so impractical for the type of beachgoer I am. Maybe that was the most like obnoxious like explanation ever, but it's true. I thought I was writing it down. I was like, I am gonna have to boot this because I would never wear this to the beach that I go to. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's that. I'm gonna have to boot it, and I'm so sorry that we're ending on a boot because that's kind of a downer, but you know, life is like that sometimes. Sorry people, it's just the way it is. All right, that's all I got. Those are all the things that I've tooted and booted this year. Let me know your opinions down below. Like I said, everything genuinely on this list I think is cute. I'd like to watch people make it. I love when other people make it, you know what I mean? It's just not for me sometimes, and that's okay, but I want to know if it's for you. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, all that jazz. If you want to be part of videos like this, go hang out on my Instagram. Everything is linked down below, all my social media. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you all so very dearly, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. Bye everybody.